Hey everyone, we're here with Tim Ray from VeriFast, the CEO of VeriFast. Welcome to the show, Tim.
Yeah, thanks, Adrian.
Tim, what brings you here to the IMN West?
I'm in mid-market, California. Yeah, you know what? We are here meeting a lot of really interesting owners and operators. Fraud is a huge problem. So especially in California, where there's just obviously very good to have tenant rights, but it also has a downward impact on the property management companies and the operators. So here trying to work with them collaboratively to help them prevent fraud and bad actors from infiltrating their buildings.
Who is the ideal conversation partner for you in multifamily?
Both, operators that are actually owning the asset, and so they have a direct impact from, bad leases and fraudulent applicants moving in that don't pay rent or causing damage to the properties, as well as the property management companies that obviously are competing to get more, asset owners and portfolios underneath their management and want to show that they have good performance. So showing them how using VeriFast as a tool under the hood will help them basically give their operators and their bosses basically the best NOI.
Would you like to elaborate a little bit about the products that VeriFast is offering to the multifamily operators?
Yeah, so VeriFast is the only all-in-one verification platform that helps with the screening of identity, income, and employment, where layman language, we're basically allowing the applicant to selfie-proof themselves on their camera, on their face, against their ID. And while that's happening, we're also database checking against the DMV, their SSN, and their phone to make sure that it's actually them and that they're not spoofing the camera. On the income side, we actually allow the applicant to either connect their bank account directly. So we actually take all their transactions from their bank account. And that's really the point of truth for make sure that's a proof of life. And we can verify all their income sources, not just their W-2 payroll, which is obviously nice. But if they're self-employed or they have Uber or other low fidelity gig, which is deposits from ATM deposits or PayPal, Venmo, because they're a nanny or some sort of other worker that's doing some sort of digital cash job. And then we're also validating any sort of pay stubs against the bank transactions themselves. And just showing the overall financial health of the individual versus just gross income to rent ratio. We'll show you, do they have pet transactions? Do they have NSFs? What's their average daily bank balance on the first of the month, so that they can pay rent? Really giving detailed information to the property management company that they've really never had access to before.
What are the main takeaways from this IMN West conference for you?
AI is a very powerful tool, and everybody's really concerned both with how it's going to impact, their employees, and two, how they can use it to leverage their productivity and outcompete their competitors. Two, fraud is just having a huge spike in terms of the impact and the prevalence in the industry. And so for VeriFast, what we do is really, I call it meat and potatoes technology, in terms of it's not a nice to have anymore, it's a need to have. If you're not properly safeguarding yourself against bad actors, fraudulent applicants, then your leasing agent's not a private investigator, and you're making yourself very susceptible to some bad outcomes. So that's where we're really leaning in here at this conference today, because we're talking to just a lot of people that are having incredible stories around how they've been duped in the past.
So, Tim, for those in the audience that want to get in touch with you and they're interested in learning more about your products, where can they find you guys?
Yeah, go to VeriFast.com. You guys can book an appointment through the website. If you guys want to email me directly, you can contact me at tim.ray@verifast.com. Talk to anyone who's interested in sharing some insights or ideas around fraud prevention or income verification.
Thank you for taking the time to be with us today, Tim. Thank you for being on the show.
Thanks, buddy.